Hi dancers, aloha. Today's story is Lilo and Stitch. At the United Galactic Federation headquarters, an evil genius named Dr. Jumba was on trial for his latest invention, a creature called Experiment 626. This dangerous new creation had super strength and super speed and could destroy entire cities. Experiment 626 escaped the guards and flew away in a police cruiser. Meanwhile, on an island of Hawaii, a young girl named Lilo struggled to fit in. She didn't always get along with her older sister Nani, who took care of her. Lilo was lonely. All she wanted was a friend. Later that day, as Lilo got ready for bed, she spotted a flash of light in the sky. It was a falling star. Rushing to her window, she made a wish. "I need someone to be my friend," she said. The next morning, Nani took Lilo to the animal shelter to find a pet. Lilo chose a strange-looking blue dog. She named him Stitch. What Lilo didn't know was that Stitch was really Experiment 626. Lilo showed Stitch around her town, but he destroyed everything he touched. He even got Nani fired from her job. Nani wanted Lilo to take Stitch back to the shelter. "What about Ohana?" Lilo cried. Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Nani sighed. Lilo could keep Stitch, but he needed to behave better. The next day, Lilo tried to teach Stitch to be less destructive, while Nani looked for a new job. Lilo showed Stitch how to dance, play guitar, and put on a show. But even though Stitch tried his hardest to be good, he still caused chaos everywhere they went. Nani's friend David took them all surfing to try to cheer them up. They had so much fun, even Stitch. Suddenly, Dr. Jumba appeared in the water and grabbed Stitch. Luckily, David saved them. Stitch felt terrible. Where was his own family? Were they out there somewhere looking for him? "Our family is little, but if you want, you could be a part of it," Lilo said sadly as she watched Stitch leave. Stitch walked into the woods. "I'm lost," Stitch whispered. The next morning, Stitch left the forest to return to Lilo's house. But Dr. Jumba found him and tried to capture him. Stitch and Lilo escaped. Lilo ran off into the woods. Stitch caught up with her and revealed that he was actually an alien. Just then, Head Federation Guard Captain Gantu caught them both. Stitch managed to get away. Stitch convinced the other aliens to help them save Lilo. Dr. Jumba's ship flew all the way into the sky to rescue her. "You came back," Lilo shouted. Stitch hugged her. "Nobody gets left behind," he said. Then they jumped off Captain Gantu's ship. The Federation Councilwoman and her guards were waiting to arrest Experiment 626. "This is my family," Stitch said, hugging Lilo goodbye. "It's a little broken, but it's still good." The councilwoman decided that Stitch's sentence could be served out on Earth. She placed Stitch, Lilo, and Nani under the protection of the United Galactic Federation. At last, Lilo had a friend, and Stitch had a family, and they both finally had a place where they truly belonged. I hope you enjoyed our story today. Have a great rest of class.